Things should pop up as personas on here, right?
I'm sorry?
Things should pop up as personas, right?
Should.
Okay.
Teurlings Rebels getting ready to kick off week 4 of LHSAA high school football alongside Scott Bradshaw. Tyler Garbo back in the studio. Mike Rene on the sidelines, streaming with our partners from 446 Sports, who are brought to you by the Lulu Group. Visit them at acadianaishome.com. I'm Kevon Bordelon, and Scott, the Rebel captains are out on the field getting ready for the coin toss.
All right, we've got Celestine, 0. We got Maximilian Leon. We've got Quincy Moore. And Mikey Pregame, number 24, EJ Granger. He's a sophomore. And what the Rebels have started doing, and I think it's a great idea, is we have a fourth captain that had his second game of the week. And this is a guy that sees the team in Granger's place, running back. He plays cornerback on scout teams. And he goes, well, one of the only guys I love football with is EJ Granger. So he is our seventh winner of the week and our fourth captain, number 24.
Coin toss is in the air. Head official is having a conversation with both teams. We're going to get a call from the field in just a second to see who will receive, who will toss, who will defer. As they are now trying to sort out north and south here in Teurlings Rebels Stadium. So it appears that the Westgate Tigers have won the toss, and Scott, they are taking the football, letting the Rebels then get the football in the second half and to figure out which side of the field they want to defer to or defend here opening up in the first quarter. Teurlings Rebels will move south to north, that is right to left here in Teurlings Rebels Stadium. Westgate will move left to right, that is north to south. We're going to head down to the field as we get ready for the invocation for tonight's game and the national anthem. Fantastic job. So we're getting ready for kickoff. Teurlings Rebels football presented by your Acadiana area State Farm agent. And we are ready for game time. Rebels come in at 3-0 on the season. We're going to go 4-0. The Westgate Tigers at 1-2.
Westgate, had a victory, lost at home to Southside by 15, lost by 24 at LCA, and then against St. Thomas More. So remember, we used to have that murderer's row.
Yes.
Westgate's got it this year.
This is an absolute heck of a schedule for the Westgate Tigers. But the Rebels look to keep spoiling it as they are set to kick off. So 2 back deep for the Westgate Tigers. Each man stays at their own 10.
Logan, kick it to them or do we, I get a little worried about kicking the ball to anybody on the Westgate team.
Agreed. The K-Shot Boot team gave us a little PTSD around that from a few years ago. Let's see what Boudreaux does, whether he puts full foot to leather or tries to squib it down the middle. Rebel faithful are on their feet. 0-0 ball game. 12 minutes on the clock, and that is down the seam and bounces into the end zone. Automatic touchback. And Scott, I wonder last week if the natural grass played a role with Boudreaux not being able to necessarily get it into the
We didn't see that at all against Notre Dame, and we didn't get to so much on the back end of the Sam Houston game. But well, that was a classic Logan being Logan. Hey, you guys joining us on the TV side, the 446 folks. Come on, I for a long time said, man, we needed a day relevant. We got it. We've got some great guys doing it. So thank you for joining us on both entities, television, radio, smoke signal, carrier pigeon.
Noah Antoine fakes the handoff, throws just a little quick pass to the far side. It immediately is the receiver who is taken down for a loss. Well played by the quarterback, who was able to fight through the block and get the tackle.
Really great job of the Rebels. I mean, Jackson Broussard got right out there.
That was Chavis on the tackle as well. They holding up the block.
Alec Castile as well.
That'll send Antoine now, second down and 13, loss of 3 on the play. Calls for the football, he's just going to roll things right under heavy pressure. He's been grabbed in the backfield and taken down for the sack inside the 10. Beautiful play for the Teurlings Rebels by Jack Snyder.
Jack grabbed him and just spun him around. Great job. Got back there quick. And for a second, I thought he might be fooled. He might be faked out because they're dealing with a really quick quarterback.
That sets up third down and 22. Rebels defensively are trying to get things straight and do. Antoine calls for the football, just hands it off straight up the middle. There's some running room across the 20, but it's not going to be enough for the first down up to the 23-yard line for Westgate. And that's going to make it third down and call it a long 8.
Carter Long had the unenviable task of trying to stop a fast running back who's picking up some speed. Carter, man to man, brought him down.
So the Rebels defensively get the stop they wanted on the initial possession by the Westgate Tigers. That'll send EDD back to receive the kick. He's standing in his own 45-yard line. Again, Rebels moving right to left. That is south to north here in Rebel Stadium. Snap is back. Kick is up and away. An end-over-end kick that EDD is going to haul in and then pick up off the turf. They'll make it to the 45-yard line of the Westgate Tigers. And that's what the Rebels will set up shop with a Chick-fil-A first down and 10.
Good place to start. EDB's got to do a little bit better job on that ball, but first and second on their 45.
Probably got the feeling that they wanted to maybe make amends or simply not find themselves in the hole they found themselves in against Notre Dame. So here comes Munoz and his offense. They're going to give that the 46-yard line spot of Westgate, and that is where the Rebels will set up shop. Schwander is the starter at running back. Hand off Schwander, left side. He's inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 on first down.
You run it in after you a few times, maybe for a couple series. Then you scoot in left with Casey Evans and Tucker. I think the defense off guard.
Rebels go straight to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get the play call from the sidelines. One substitution. Benoit came out after that first play. Schwander stays in the pistol behind Munoz. Split out wide to the far side is Celestine. It's Viator in the slot, and Simon is wide to the near side. Schwander now moves up to the shotgun to the left of Munoz. Calls for the football. Hand off right side. Schwander with some room inside the 40. Schwander's going to be close to the first down at the 36-yard line of the Westgate Tigers.
I think he's got it. Even if they mark it as a knee went down, I think he's right there. Yep.
So officially for Schwander, 2 carries, 10 yards, keeping up that 5 yards per carry average.
Really nice hole just right of center. So he had that little extra space. Suddenly he went from first to third.
Price and Viator will be wide to the far side. Now Price will line up right next to the right tackle. Schwander now moves to the shotgun and now back to the shotgun. Selson, little wide receiver near side. Man in motion, Munoz straight quarterback draw. Up the middle, Munoz inside the 35. They'll mark him down at the 31. A gain of 5 on the Chick-fil-A first down.
Called his own number, a half a second hesitation behind.
Rebels on the move, opening possession, 0-0 ball game on the Oxford Lafayette General Orthopedic scoreboard here in the first quarter. And if you're watching on the streaming side, interesting, Scott, that's the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard.
We've got Guillory. We've got some great things. We'll talk about this scoreboard.
Munoz on second down, looks to throw, under pressure, rolls. Now he's trying to escape to the far side. He's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great pursuit by the Westgate defensive lineman. That is number 0, and I don't have a name.
Officially, no gain on the play for Munoz. Check that. They brought it back to the 32, so a loss of 1. So it's third down and 6 for the Rebels. Credit Westgate as well, Scott, with coverage. Because Munoz had a lot of time, was looking for a receiver, couldn't find anybody. Viator in the slot, Celestine wide to the near side. Now Viator goes in motion, far side. Handoff. That's Evans up the middle. Evans is going to be really close to the Chick-fil-A first down. It's going to be fourth down and 1 at the 22, I believe, Scott.
Nice to see Casey back and just a touch away. A little less than a yard, I think, around.
Rebels go to the line of scrimmage and they go quickly. Same formation. Munoz calls for the football. Handoff. Evans up the middle, and he should have the Chick-fil-A first down right at the 25-yard line. Rebels move the chains and keep the drive alive.
And Evans, 4-yard gain, 2-yard gain. Quincy comes off.
We have not thrown the ball. Munoz dropped back to throw once. He did not find anybody, so he officially does not have any attempts. Chick-fil-A first and 10 at the 25. Munoz to throw, looking for a man, and he was looking for Celestine, who could not come up with him. He had a defender all over him at the 15-yard line.
I thought the defender, very neutral throw. I saw he was moving, and this is 12 down field. But
Incompletion on Chick-fil-A first down sets up second and 10 at the 25-yard line. Scott, you know the Rebels don't need to be in 4-down territory here. They can be, but you know that Logan Boudreaux wants to win.
he's showing us that way, right?
Second down and 10. Munoz trying to get things lined up at the line of scrimmage. Play clock's at 2, so I think we're going to get no timeout. Play clock's expired. They reset the play clock. Try to hand off Evans. No, now Munoz pulls it. Munoz is inside the 20 around the left end. Munoz taking down inside the 10. And it's a Chick-fil-A first down and goal for the Teurlings Rebels. It's got a hell of a game off of a real offensive line. I think that's Kramer.
Here's your Beal and Abear starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Abear, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haynes.
Lawyers.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana. Let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
class about assumptions and assuming.
Now we're waiting. The ball has been spotted.
12.
Ball is at the 12. That's interesting. It's a 15-yard penalty, as I understand it. Schwander checks in at running back. Play action to Schwander. Throw on the quick slant. Touchdown! Teurlings Rebels. Celestine with a Cafe Sydney May 6. A 12-yard touchdown strike from Alex Munoz to Nick Celestine, his first of the season.
The exact play that they tried to do at Sam Houston. Remember, Nick came up a yard short. Right there, same deal, slant.
Little quick slant. Celestine able to come up with the catch. Rebels swing the gate looking for the PAT with 10:33 remaining. And now they'll bring everybody back, so Logan Boudreaux. It's radio audio's fine. It's streaming audio. Yeah, it happens. Look, technology has been a problem tonight. Everywhere. Teurlings Rebels lead at 7-0 off of a 12-yard touchdown pass from Alex Munoz to Nick Celestine. The Westgate Tigers are set to receive the ensuing kickoff. Alongside Scott Brazda, Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunet down on the sidelines getting highlights. I'm Kavan Bordelon. Boudreaux puts foot to leather, and this one will be caught and then dropped at the 5. Now picked back up to the 10, trying to get to the outside and be hit by one tackler, not brought down, but now hit by a second or a third, and the Teurlings Rebels are going to force Westgate into bad field position yet again, as it'll be first down at their own 8.
Kavan, I couldn't pick it up. I want to say it was Maha that kind of spun him around out there.
It almost appeared that way, Scott.
Well, he didn't get the tackle. He's the guy that made it happen.
And it's nice to see the Rebels so far this season. One of the problems teams usually have early on is special teams and coverage concerns. The Rebels have not had coverage concerns yet this year. Let's see who comes out at quarterback. It's going to be Antoine for the Westgate Tigers.
Now, you've got him backed up again. Try not to let happen what happened last time where you broke one for 30.
Everybody's tight to the line of scrimmage. Antoine calls for the football on first down from his own 8. Looks to his right. Now he's going to try and scramble. Now he comes up the middle. He'll be hit at about the line of scrimmage. And that is about where he will return, Mr. Brazda. No gain apparently on the play. Sets up second down and 10. Maybe a gain of 1.
Good coverage by the Rebels out there. And then, some nice blocking by Westgate. But as Antoine started to go, I mean, you saw the Rebels break away, and Jude Smith was in on there. Number 44 is doing a really nice job for the Rebs tonight.
Trips wide to the far side for Antoine on second and long. He's trying to call for the football. They went hard count. It didn't get the Rebels to jump. Now they'll change the play. They'll now move to a pistol formation, still 3 wide. Handoff up the middle, decent crease across the 10, shy of the 15, though, and that's going to set up third down and about 6.
I think that was Alec Castile who came up and just stood him up.
So the Rebel faithful getting on their feet again, as they'd love to see the defense come up with another stop here in the first half as the Rebels lead at 7-0, 9:14 remaining here in the second quarter. Twins near and far for Westgate. Pistol formation, a little bit of confusion. And now we get, I hear whistles down on the field. Do we have a timeout?
I think so. Yeah, they made that quick little...
We do. Timeout on the field. Timeout in the booth. Rebels lead at 7-0, 9:02 left in the second quarter. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, and streaming on 446 Sports.
full-service clinic, offering nutritional counseling, alternative therapies, pet boarding. Wishing the Rebels the best of luck, it's the Lone Animal Clinic, 1344 Salt Mine Highway in Breaux Bridge.
Antoine back to pass on 3rd down and 6. Throws over the middle. That ball's tipped and incomplete. Great coverage for the Teurlings Rebels. That was Carter Maha, the junior on the coverage. That's going to force 3rd down and long inside their own 15-yard line alongside Scott Brazda. I'm Kavan Bordelon. Rebels lead at 7-0 with 8:42 remaining in the second quarter.
Carter pops that up, and then the ball falls in no man's land. You had a Tiger going one way, a Tiger going the other, and the ball falling in between.
EDB looks to gain great field position for the Teurlings Rebels. He's at the 43-yard line of the Westgate Tigers to receive the punt. Rebels got close to the last one, Mr. Brazda. We'll see if they attempt to go for the block here, which they really do not. EDB just tries to wave everybody off as that rolls to the 40, be out of bounds before the 50. So the Rebels should have field position inside of Westgate territory. They're going to mark it out at the 47-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will set up shop with a Chick-fil-A 1st down.
And on the first series, the Rebels started at the Westgate 45 and got all the way down to 3 before the fumble. So 2 out of 3 times we've started with really good field position. Are they marking this back at the 47?
I believe that is where it is. Ball will be spotted on the far side hash. Rebels moving left to right across your radio, Android, or iPhone application. Munoz already has 1 touchdown pass here tonight. It'll be Schwander in the running back spot. Lone wide receiver to the near side is Viator. Celestine on the far side. Viator goes in motion. Now behind the line of scrimmage. Play action to Viator. Looking downfield. And a hit in the backfield is Munoz. As Scott, they were looking for the home run ball. Maybe looking for Price down the sideline. Nobody open. And Munoz has to take the sack.
You know, you got to give Westgate this. The pressure is there. And that pocket collapsed quickly.
So Rebels start with great field position, lose 6 on the Chick-fil-A 1st down, and they're back inside their own side of the 50 with the ball spotted at their own 47. Some scores from around the area. Kaplan Pirates lead the Breaux Bridge Tigers 14-0. That's a second quarter score. Munoz calls for the football on 2nd down. Looks to his right. Now rolls to his right. Under pressure. Flag on the play. It's probably in the area of holding. Viator makes a catch. He'll be taken down at the 45 of Westgate. But Scott, I got a feeling Rebels are moving the wrong direction here.
Yeah, there are just certain plays. You know, once the quarterback goes one way and the flag goes up real quickly, you've got a pretty good idea.
No score in these 2 ball games. St. Martinville and Parkview Baptist, and Abbeville playing Hammond.
Anything on Catholic High and Notre Dame, that should be a good one.
See if we can find that score. As yes, that is a holding call against the Rebels. That's going to put the Rebels all the way back at their own 37-yard line. So that means it is 2nd and 30.
You make that sound so negative.
Pistol formation. Munoz calls for the football. Looks to his right, throws, looking for Price, and should have gotten the flag because Price was hit before the ball got there. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, the linebacker popped Price about a second before the ball got there.
Greg Automau chiming in, Scott. The best advice of the game. Notre Dame losing to Catholic High New Iberia 14-0.
Really good Panther team.
The Equitable Advisors' best advice of the game. Yeah, that Panther team is solid. 3rd down and basically a third of the field to go for the Teurlings Rebels. 4 wide, 2 near, 2 far. Straight drop back for Munoz. Throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for either Price or Viator. I think the receivers were confused because neither receiver really made an attempt to try and catch the ball.
Well, they were crossing. The ball was 8 yards past them. That's the first time we haven't had much activity, positive activity, on an offensive series.
So Boudreaux will stand at his own 22-yard line. First punt will be taken in somewhere around the Westgate 30. Boudreaux, an end-over-end wobbly punt. Hits and bounces at the 40, then skirts the sideline for a few yards before going out of bounds, and Westgate will start. Let's see where they set the ball at the 31-yard line. Make that the 30. Nice punt by Boudreaux.
That's a good bounce.
It's a what, a 43-yard punt, 47-yard punt?
The Logan Boudreaux bounce pumps up the average.
Punts are from the line of scrimmage, so it's a 40-yard punt. Take it. 7:25 remaining here in the second quarter. Rebels lead at 7-0. See if we can find some other scores from around the area.
We've got STM and Neville playing. That could be a good one.
Well, let me see if we go to 4A scores and see what comes up there. LCA trails Shaw 7-6. That's a second quarter score.
Last night, Southside beat Lafayette High.
No STM score as of yet. Quarterback under center, handoff right up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage, and going to be dropped after a 1st down and 10 at their own 30. No gain on the play for Westgate.
Seth Miller playing the right end just held his ground like a champ.
Scott, looks like Westgate has now gone back to Brock Mitchell at quarterback as they've made the change.
Well, the different looks, I mean, can keep the defense on its toes. Most definitely.
Central leads Cecilia 7-0. 2nd down and 10 for Westgate. 6:50 remaining in the first half. 7-0 Rebels leading. Man goes in motion to the far side. Mitchell just a little quick pass to his running back on the outside.
Whoa.
Hit immediately and dropped for a loss. Well played by the Rebels on the far side.
Oh my gosh. Jackson Broussard.
Neville 9-0 over STM in the first quarter.
Look, STM may be 1-2, but as they usually do, they've played some heavy hitters.
So wait, we have a call from the official. As the officials are trying to gain control and make a call here. And I don't know that anyone really understands what's going on because the ball is at the line of scrimmage right at the point of where he was tackled. And Coach Corville is looking for an explanation.
And you have 3 officials patiently explaining it to them.
The head official emphatically shaking his head up and down and I love, yes, Scott, go ahead and give the description.
And Mikey turns back and either looks at his assistants or even at the stands and puts his hands up and goes, I don't know.
I had no idea. All right, Mitchell's in at quarterback for Westgate. 2 wide receivers, 1 near, 1 far, and now the near side official has another question of some sort. We really cannot make out any of the hand signals down there.
I've never been good at charades.
From what I know is now, that's so the Rebels have an artificial noisemaker, and that is, you can't have that while people are at the line of scrimmage. I would have loved to have heard somebody call that with the train horns last week. Straight run for Mitchell around the right side. He's going to be hit. He's not going to get the 1st down. He'll be taken down shy of the 35. Okay, so
that's like the first time.
We have to talk about this. Because, yes, Scott, you are correct. It is a rule in high school football. You are not allowed to have artificial noisemakers while the opposing team is at the line of scrimmage.
Well, last week, you and I, the press box at Notre Dame at Garden Memorial Stadium is on the home side. We heard stuff like that the whole game.
So, Scott, I can tell you what it was. We're going to take a hydration timeout at 6 minutes. We'll come back and give you the rest of that. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio. Rebels lead 7-0. 6 minutes left in the first half on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lala Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience...
Medical Center was not just Notre Dame. I don't think we had those, correct? Nothing, 6 minutes left in the second quarter. And Scott, we were talking about the fact that we saw for the first time a call that we have been begging for. Now, I'm going to explain what it was because I actually caught the noisemakers at Notre Dame, and it's not the first time we've seen this. You can rig a drill to air horns and utilize truck air horns from the stands. That was happening all last week at Notre Dame while the team was at the line of scrimmage, while Teurlings was at the line of scrimmage. We never heard that call. The officials did not call it. These officials called it. They called it on us. You know what? It's not a flag at this point. It is a warning.
But for them.
I credit them for calling what they are supposed to do. Snap is back for the punt. EDB stands at his own 38, hauls this one in and bounces it. It's on the turf. Does EDB get it back? It looks like he does. He will catch this, and it should be a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 for the Rebels from their own 37.
All right, EDB that's twice tonight, having a couple issues.
Look, fielding punts is never fun.
Oh, God, I don't want to do it.
Because you're just standing back there trying to make a decision of whether or not, number one, you can catch it. Number two, if you catch it, can you run with it? And if you think you can run with it, will you get knocked into next week as you're trying to do that?
But still not bad field position at 37.
5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half for the Rebels to work with. Two wide receivers to the far side. Rebels moving left to right on Chick-fil-A first down their own 37. Viator in motion. Handoff straight ahead. It's Evans. Evans is across the 40. They'll give him the 41. It's going to be a gain of 4.
Power running by Mr. Evans.
The play call that we just witnessed, Mr. Brazda, the first down and 10, 4-yard run with Evans with 5:50 left on the clock, feels like it's a bit of a residual from the Notre Dame game, where the Rebels are able to stay the course and know that they can stay the course to get it done.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
Second down and 10. Munoz calls for the football. Handoff Evans left side. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. He's across the 45-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down. It's going to be a gain of 4. Third down and 2.
And that was all Kaysen, and a mixture of his speed and his strength. I mean, he breaks that one. You know, they get an arm around him, and then he's able to juke it up just a little bit more and picks up 4 yards out of something that could very well have been a loss.
Third and 2, Schwander checks in for the Rebels as we're now under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Rebels with a 7-0 lead over Westgate. Trips are wide to the near side. Munoz waiting on the snap. He keeps it around the right side. Munoz has got room. To the 45, the 40, it's a foot race. To the 30, to the 25, and Munoz will be marked down at the 22.5-yard line by the near side official.
33 yards. Keep around the right side.
Rebels convert for the Chick-fil-A first down, knocking on the door of the Hub City Ford red zone. Celestine is split wide to the far side. Price the tight end. Now we get a flag on the play on who? It's going to be a false start, but I didn't see anybody move, and everyone was set, even though Celestine was a little late getting back to the line of scrimmage as the Rebels went hurry up.
They were pretty quick on that whistle. Four-man officiating crew here tonight. He's looking at Mikey. He's looking up. Yep, offsides.
Offsides on the offense?
Huh. Okay.
So somebody had to be lined up in the neutral zone?
I guess, because I didn't see anything.
Like I said, didn't see anybody move and did not see anyone lined up incorrectly. Now, because the Rebels were going hurry up, it's possible Celestine didn't get to check with the far side official to make sure he was where he needed to be. Regardless, it's now a Chick-fil-A first down and 15. Schwander will move to the shotgun position next to Munoz. Munoz, straight quarterback draw, goes around Schwander and inside the 15. He's inside the Hub City Ford red zone to the 11. It's going to be a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 for the Teurlings Rebels. A gain of 16 on first and 15.
Gained 33 2 plays ago. That Spencer Mesh in now?
That is Schwander back in. Check that at number 21. Viator is the receiver on the near side. Munoz, pump fake. Now he's going to try and run with it. Breaks one tackle in the backfield. Comes around the right side. Foot race to the end zone. A Cafe Sidney May sits on the legs of Alex Munoz. An 11-yard touchdown scamper.
Flag.
That will come back more than likely.
They threw it right at the 10. You know,
it's in the area of holding.
Yeah, it's again one of the dangers of a delay, of a misdirection.
Hold on, touchdown.
We'll take it.
I don't know that the two hands on the head forming a triangle. It's on the defense. So the Rebels get the touchdown. That looks like it will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
We don't know what they called. All we know is that they didn't call it against us. It's a touchdown.
Cafe Sidney May 6 for the Rebels. 11 yards on the legs of Alex Munoz as Boudreaux is set to attempt the PAT. Snap, hold, kick, up, and plenty of leg. It's good. Teurlings Rebels extend the lead to 14-0. 3:18 left on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. On the streaming side, that's the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
Numbers, Cavana, we can help to recreate this a little bit. You know, Westgate has to punt. Rebels get the ball back at the Westgate 47. It's just really nice. I mean, even after a sack, Evans gains 4, Munoz gains 33, Munoz gains 16, Munoz gains 10.
Really nice play for the Rebels. And Scott, you know, we actually talked about Alex only averaging, just over 2.5 yards per carry. Looks like he's looking to fix that tonight.
Dr. Munoz is doing a good job, a good prescription.
So, obviously it was on the defense. Is that an unsportsmanlike conduct, Scott? Because the ball will be placed at the Westgate 45-yard line, and this, they might as well just put it at the 20. Because Boudreaux should be able to basically put this one out of the back of the end zone with 15 extra yards to work with.
Be nice to get another stop, get a shot at the end zone one more time.
Boudreaux approaches, puts foot to leather, and this one is a 4-point field goal. Almost through the uprights. Plenty of leg from Boudreaux. Westgate will start at their own 20-yard line.
Well, I think we learned after the Sam Houston game that that was a 51-yard field goal that Logan got.
Yes, it was.
And I think it had another 4 or 5 to it. So 55, 56.
So the Rebel defense will head back out onto the field, and Westgate will send Antoine out at the quarterback position. 3:18 remaining in the first half. Rebels with a 14-0 lead. Twins near and far for the Westgate Tigers. Goes hard count, which for them is a triple clap. Now we'll change the play at the line of scrimmage. Get the play from the sideline. Looks like they're ready to go.
I'm watching Jacob Dean line up against a really fast receiver playing it smart.
Antoine looks to his right. He's got a man wide open at the 25, who's then taken down right at the 30-yard line. It's going to be good for a first down for the Tigers.
Jacob gave the cushion, but did a good job of coming back and stopping it right there on the catch. It's got to be tough. You're going against guys that can burn right past you. How much cushion do you give them? Enough? Too much? Too little?
Westgate now sends 3 men wide to the right side of the field. Tigers moving right to left. Ball's on the near side hash. Rebels lead at 14-0, 2:42 remaining in the first half. And now, chains needed to move, and it is now marked as first down, which it should have been. Ball is ready for play. Offensive line comes to the line of scrimmage. Handoff straight ahead, veering a little bit to the right across the 30, but tackled almost immediately, so a short gain for Westgate on first down. Gang tackling for the Teurlings Rebels.
Jackson Broussard. Also Seth Young, big sophomore, getting some play.
Now they're trying to do wholesale change. Mitchell will come in at quarterback for Westgate. Which, Scott, is that not technically an illegal substitution with the line at the line of scrimmage? Your quarterback in the backfield, then you send 2 in, 2 out at the same exact time?
I saw Greg Gocher in the stands. I would love to.
Yeah.
He's Andrew Viator's grandfather.
So a timeout on the field, Scott. Let's talk about how the Rebels have started off here in this game. A relatively quick first half so far with 2 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Rebels with a 14-0 lead. Maybe one miscue by the Rebels, but that's it.
A fumble at the 3-yard line when you're knocking on the door. A couple interesting things happening on punts. We got to do a better job on punt returns. The defense has done a really nice job, though.
I get the feeling that the defense felt like they had something to prove here tonight, because Notre Dame came out and in 2 plays, as we said, put up 14 points. The rest of the game, the defense only gave up 2 field goals.
Yeah, I thought they kind of proved it that back half, but I think they'd like to, pitch a shutout or at least play more of a complete game.
Check that. They gave up a touchdown, but the extra point was missed. That's how they got to 20. And to your point, maybe they're, I don't want to say exercising some demons here tonight, but making sure that people understand that last week was more of the aberration than the norm. So Mitchell will come back out at quarterback for the Westgate Tigers on 2nd down and 8 from their own 32. Receivers are stacked, twins near and twins far.
Deculus playing center field.
Should have been a false start, and there it is.
There it is.
You had both receivers who were lined up on the line of scrimmage start early, both the near and the far, and that'll back them up 5, make it 2nd and 13.
I can only imagine how it looked on 446, because it was nice that while there was a delayed penalty, the 3 guys that did throw flags threw them simultaneously.
Yeah, it looked like
fireworks.
Looked like a Chinese sword demonstration. All the flags going in the air at the same time.
Disney fireworks.
Now the officials are again whistling and stopping things for a second. I'm trying to figure out what that is and why. Oh, they are sending a player out, Scott. They're sending the center out. And I don't know if that's it could be an equipment issue. There's a lot of reasons that could be. We don't know. We don't speculate. What I do know is you're sending in your backup center to snap a shotgun snap, 2nd down and 13 inside your own 30, and a bad snap would be a nightmare for them here.
There's a hold.
And an immediate tackle. Scott, they're lining up just a very quick toss to the wide receiver, and instead of the wide receiver on the line of scrimmage being able to block, the Rebels fight through it and get the tackle for a loss.
Well, regardless of the hold on Jacob Dean fought through it and knocked down the run, or knocked down the receiver.
Loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 14. Check that. They gave him no gain on the play, so it's still 3rd and 13 for Westgate from their own 27-yard line. Trips are split wide to the right side of the offensive line. Lone wide receiver is to the near. Antoine looks to his right now, throws a pass, almost a hook and ladder look, is cut back to the inside. He's going to be hit shy of the 35. So a gain of about 7 would set up 3rd down and a long 6, or check that, 4th down and a long 6. Now we have the head official waving things off. Timeout, Teurlings. Rebels with 1:50 left on the game clock here, Mr. Brass. The Rebels with a 14-0 lead. Any idea why they might want to call timeout there?
Who called the timeout?
We did.
Well, I think we want a shot at the end zone.
I was trying to set you up the easy question there.
Sorry, I was writing a note and I was looking up a number, and I mean, obviously with 150, you want to stop that clock and get as much time as you can. You figure this punt. Look, Chavis is now back to return punts, and Devin's setting up about the 37. It's got to be about getting as much time as you can, Kavan, so you can make one more assault on the end zone.
Scott, our roving reporter Greg Audemaw gives us these scoring updates. Notre Dame now trails Catholic High New Iberia 28-0. Central 13-0 over Cecilia. Karen Crow 21-14 over Barb. And then, he said he's at the camp. And then Central scored again. Now it's 19-0. They went for 2 and missed. Scott, new man back deep to receive the punt for the Teurlings Rebels. Yep. Travis will take this in at his own 37. Steps up, makes 2 men miss. Now he's coming to the near sideline. He'll be tackled at about the 39-yard line. That's where the Rebels will set up shop with a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10.
Devin had thoughts about going right, but he ran into one of his own men. But
and Scott, he had exactly to your point the setup that he wanted. Made the first 2 men miss, which are your headhunters.
And then you had some room.
But instead of him being able to get away, he was actually tracked down from behind, which tells you the speed of the athletes on Westgate's team.
Well, he just had to put a break on it, too, because one of his own guys, and I'm not sure which one it was, kind of slowed down his momentum. So Schwander's back there.
Trips are split wide to the near side. Celestine now goes in motion to the far. Munoz, straight drop back, under pressure, makes one man miss. Now he's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to run with it. He's got room to the 45, the 50, 45, 40 out of bounds for the Teurlings Rebels. And this is where you love, Scott, a coach like Michael Corbel, because Munoz goes out at the 38, and as he's running down the field, Corbel is pointing for him to get out of bounds so he doesn't have to use the timeout with a minute 30 remaining. Coaching in the moment.
Over here, over here.
So at Chick-fil-A, first down and 10 now at the Westgate 38. Westgate only a single high safety. They're running man coverage. Quick throw is incomplete. And that is going to be off the turf as they sent the house against Munoz, Scott.
And sending some big, fat, 3 guys just coming from Alex's left side.
Scott, number 9 looks like Womack from LSU, the way he's built, long, lean on the defensive end. Not a fun sight coming around the edge. Second down now and 10 from the Westgate 38. Rebels lead at 14-0. 1:25 remaining in the first half. Rebels trying to double up because they will get the ball to start the second half. Viator is in the slot on the far side. And whom I saw some lean, but I didn't see any move. Rebels get the false start called against them, and that's going to back them up 5.
They're watching it. It's been a busy night for false starts and offsides.
It has. It has been a sloppy night of football with regards to penalties tonight. Now back to the line of scrimmage, but this time 5 yards back. Munoz to throw, throws to the right side. He's got Price wide open. Price is inside the 30. Price is inside the 25. He goes out of bounds just before the Hub City Ford red zone at the 23. It's a Chick-fil-A, first down and 10.
Did you see the way AJ split those 2 defenders right about the 26, 27 yard line? Strong kid. Got another 3 or 4.
1:18 remaining in the first half. Rebels with a 14-0 lead. Twins are near to the line of scrimmage on the near side, split wide to the far side. Quarterback draw. Munoz is not going to get much. Taken down almost immediately. He's going to pick up a gain of about 3.
Approaching a minute.
Now the Rebels are letting the clock run. They'll hold on to the timeouts. Get a quick call as we go under 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Again, straight drop back. Munoz throws to the outside. He's got Price, who goes down inside the 15-yard line. They might put him right at the 15. He goes out of bounds, stops the clock with 46 ticks left here in the first half.
What great hands by AJ, because he was fully extended. A Rebel has to leave without the helmet.
But he gets to stay because it's an illegal hands to the face. Watch, that's going to be the call from the head official. Yep.
Olivier.
Legal hands to the face against the defense.
Colston knew it, and he was upset.
So that's going to be now first down and goal for the Teurlings Rebels at the 8-yard line of Westgate. Hub City Ford Red Zone seeing some work here tonight. 46 seconds remain on the Oshner Lafayette General Orthopedic scoreboard.
And Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard.
Munoz calls for the football. Handoff straight ahead, right side. All who Schwander are not lost. They find the end zone for the second time this season. Teurlings Rebels make it 20-0 off of an 8-yard touchdown run by Schwander.
Schwander up the middle and then makes that course adjustment off to the right side. Beautiful. Nice running by Ian. Way to see the whole field. Because he could have stuck. We saw early in the season, Ian would kind of stay with that route and would go, man, if he looks, he did that right there. He saw that open space.
Rebels swing the gate now. We'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage. 40 seconds remain as They're looking for Boudreaux to tack on the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, plenty of leg, and it is good. Rebels now have a 21-0 lead over Westgate with 40 seconds remaining here in the first half. Rebels, Scott, obviously have found some rhythm. They have found a good bit of themselves back here again in this game, and you feel like they're kind of just getting started.
That last series wasn't that the most beautiful mix of run and throw? I mean, back to back with AJ making AJ's hands, perfect. And holding on to things. And then back to Munoz, back to Schwander. I mean, it really nice mix and match.
Scott, we have talked a lot of football terms here on the show, and this one is one that has not come out in a while. We talked havoc rate on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Situational football on the offensive side of the ball this year has been absolutely impeccable. The Rebels understanding what they need to get, where they need to get, what time they have left on the clock.
And they have a good sense of when they need to ramp it up. You know, you've got a good sense of what we need to do when. Now's the time to rev it up. Now's the time to go for the kill. Now's the time to play it safe.
Scott, Boudreaux not kicking this one off. This one's just going to be popped up into the air and taken in at about the 10-yard line. Back to the 15, trying to get to the far side of the field. Rebels make a tackle, and Scott, that was a reckless play by number 11. I mean, that was an attempt at a diving block as he launched his body through the air. Actually, I'm kind of glad he didn't connect with anybody. Not only might have hurt someone else, but might have hurt himself.
Yeah. I thought he was doing like Swan Lake, and he just kept leaping off. Is that Lance Beal way over there?
That is.
Oh, my gosh. We're honored. I mean, he's everything.
Antoine back in at quarterback for Westgate. They'll start at their own 33-yard line. Antoine looks to his right, throws. A hand was landed on that ball, but caught behind the line of scrimmage. Splits one tackler. Not a second, third, or fourth, though. Across the 30-yard line to the 32. And now we are getting a timeout Westgate, Mr. Brazda. They're resetting play clocks with 21. Actually, no, they're going to probably reset the game clock.
You know, right there, that was the case. The Rebels using the sideline as a 12th man. And then there were 5 or 6 Rebels out there. The wave of Rebels just slowing down any kind of movement. I mean, Jacob Dean slowed him down, then Jackson Broussard. And, you know, you're having the Westgate can make some great moves, but when you're having to stop and start all the time and you're running out of field, that allowed the other 4 Rebels to come in and close the deal.
And this Rebels defense has been absolutely stellar here.
Well, they play as a unit, Kua. I mean, you know, we can talk to you about Jackson Broussard and Andrew Frugia, how great they are. You know, Jack Snyder's had a really good season so far, but they play as a unit. You know, whether it's Deculus or Castile or Seth Miller or any of these other guys, they all kind of know what they're doing.
That'll set up second down, and we'll call it 6 for the Westgate Tigers from their own 33-yard line. So check that. When I had said it was on the 32, it was actually 27, as my brain is doing addition instead of subtraction.
Well, wait until you get a few more years.
4 wide for Antoine again. Second down. Straight drop back for the sophomore signal caller. Pass over the middle. Receiver has the ball. It's complete. He's knocked down at the 40. It's going to be good for the first down, Mr. Brazda. The problem is it took 6 seconds off the clock, and that leaves 15 ticks remaining in the first half.
Jackson Broussard, good pop, and that allowed Jude Smith to come in and make a tackle.
Now we get a flag. That's going to be probably a false start against the offense.
I don't think people were set. Come on.
It is offsides against the offense, so somebody lined up in the neutral zone, as we saw the Rebels do actually in the first half.
Well, Westgate's trying to hurry up. Got a bunch of young guys trying to hurry up. And they haven't had too many rodeos like this, so they'll learn from this.
Trip split wide to the far side. Twins are to the near, so 5 wide for Antoine. Throws just another quick little pass to the near side. His receiver will run out of bounds at about the 45, and that is going to do it for the first half. Rebels will get the ball to start the third, but they lead 21-0 over the Tigers of Westgate High. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief, to prenatal care during pregnancy, Our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
When it comes to accomplishing the financial goals of you, your family, and your business, Summit Financial Wealth Advisors has the team and experience to keep you on track. Summit Financial will not only assist in accomplishing those financial goals, but also they strive to bring financial peace to the household. Our Summit team will bring together the entire financial picture. Business interests, real estate, investment accounts, they do it all. Call Todd Lambert and the team at Summit Financial, wishing the Rebels and the Cougars all the best. Order like a champ with the Raising Cane's mobile app or online at raisingcanes.com, and you'll be able to feed the whole team this football season. We've got hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, fresh coleslaw, southern Texas toast, and their secret cane sauce, plus a delicious iced tea or
Radio alongside Scott Brazda. I'm Kavan Bordelon. Ike Brunay down on the sidelines getting highlights of tonight's game, and he's got a lot of them, I'm sure. Ike Brunay doing just yeoman's work. Tyler Darbone back in the studio making sure we're on the air, and we're streaming with our partners from 446Sports. They are brought to you by the Lelou Group. Visit AcadianaIsHome.com. Mr. Brazda, the Rebels with a fantastic first half, a 21-0 lead over the Westgate Tigers.
Yeah, really nice, really impressive first half, and that's with some mistakes. That's with the fumble at the Westgate 3. That's with a couple fumbles on punt returns. Defensively, it's been really solid. We give up that one run for 30 yards early in the game. Other than that, what has Westgate really done offensively, even with the multiple quarterbacks?
To your point, I think Westgate really has, 4 or 5 first downs in the first half, and 2 of them probably came on their last drive of the half where time expired, and the Rebels just went to a prevent 3-deep shell.
I think opponents watching Rebel tape or recording from any of the first 3.5 games now have to realize that you can't rest on any of these guys because somebody might be quiet for a quarter and 3 quarters, like A.J. Price was.
Correct.
And then suddenly back-to-back balls to Mr. Surehands, and they suddenly pick up 30 yards. You can't just rest on Kaysen or on Schwander because you got a quarterback who can move pretty well. Just in that last series, I'll go back. I've already seen Munoz running for 19 in the first half or first quarter, but then you've got Munoz going for 22 and Munoz going for 16 and Munoz going for 10. Where do you rest? Viator, and Nick Celestine's had a touchdown and another catch. So
I think what has returned tonight that we saw in the first 3 games of the season is the offensive efficiency rate that we saw against Opelousas, that we saw against Sam Houston, that we just did not see against Notre Dame. But again, defensive coordinators have found something that does have a tendency to work against Michael Corbell's offense and Alex Munoz, and it's the blitz.
yeah, we'll have to talk to Mikey more for as we gear up for next week's game about reading the blitz and the perils and who's making that call, who's looking for it. But I think all the teams know that the overused phrase out of my mouth, Alex Munoz is the straw that stirs the drink, and as Louis Cook told us last week, and I'm sure Coach Antoine knows this week, and other coaches know, you can't let Alex Munoz set back and be Alex Munoz. So what can we do to keep him on his toes? And even then, if he has to create by himself, he breaks one for 30 more often than not.
And I think it's a great comment that you make with regards to you have to solve for Alex Munoz. Because even Coach Cook, like you said, if you can't solve Munoz, you can't solve the offense. And Westgate has not solved Munoz here tonight, through the air or on the ground.
And even then, for the most part, when you do something really smart, he runs and then he still sees the field to make a really nice throw. So right now, that offense is just, they're trucking on all facets.
We're going to come back here on the halftime show. Teurlings Rebels lead at 21-0. We'll give you some scores from around the area. We'll have some other conversation with regards to what's going on around Teurlings Catholic High.
Lance Beal in the press box.
Lance Beal, if he wants to talk, I'll give him the headset when we come back on Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, streaming on 446 Sports.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
Back to our halftime show. Your Teurlings Rebels up 21-0 over Westgate. Interview time. One of our favorite people, a great sponsor, and a relatively decent human being, Lance Beal. Good to see you, Lance.
Oh, good to see you, Scott. Thanks for having me on.
How are things? What's it like when you come back to the old stomping grounds of Teurlings?
Well, first of all, this is amazing what we have now because I graduated in 01.
You were a Clark Field kid.
We were Clark Field. This was a grass. We had a grass track.
Look,
literally a grass track.
So on the radio, Lance and I are painting pictures as we can. But so Lance, I'm class of '78, and where this beautiful field is, which we still call the new field. I mean, if you played football, it barely had any grass. It was, Jake Delhomme would tell me time and again, anytime you got tackled in football practice, it was like hitting concrete, and everybody kept saying, one day we're going to have a stadium. What I've been impressed with so much is throughout the regimes, from Mike Boyer to Jed Hebert, they've done such a meticulous, fabulous job of making it look like it's still the new field.
It's incredible. Just the being able to say it's a true home field is we always had road games growing up. Everything was a road game.
Yeah.
I think back in 2000, one of the years we were in the semifinals, Justin Guy was.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
We didn't have it because they were redoing Clark Field that year. So we literally had played a different stadium.
I remember this. You were the road warriors. You really were.
think we played Karen Crow more than like 3 times that year.
I mean, you've gone on and you've got this really nice career, this great law firm going. When you come home, though, I interviewed Alex Munoz this morning for our pregame show, and he said, Mr. Scott, he says, I know it's incredibly overused, but the word family, that's what I'll miss the most when I graduate. Do you still get the sense when you come here?
This is probably the first game I've been to in about a year, or a couple of years probably. I was standing in the end zone, and it was like a high school reunion. It was like we picked up like it was nothing. It's like walking around, look, there's Coach Doherty sitting right there.
Oh, it's so great to see Mike Doherty back here and Brian Longley back here, and these great coaches coming back. What kind of kid was Lance Beal at Teurlings Catholic High in the late 90s, early 2000s?
I was a skinny, bad athlete who was happy to be part of the team.
And look, you've overcome all this.
Well, no, but the thing is it's what it taught me by being part of the team, being part of the family, being that role player, being that person who gives you that, hey, you know what, I'm not going to quit. And that's stuck with me more than anything else.
Lance, that ties into this, and we mentioned this during the pregame show, but worth repeating. Mikey telling me this morning when we were doing our interview before, for the pregame show, he said with our captains, we're sending out 4 seniors, and 3 of them are pretty well-known guys. Celestine, Munoz, Snyder. The 4th guy is always someone who they call the servant leader of the week, the 4th captain. E.J. Granger, he's a sophomore. And he's a guy that if anybody loves football more than he does, you're going to have to really convince him. And he's a guy that primary plays scout team roles, running back, cornerback. That's what a team, that's what a family's all about.
It's the biggest thing for me is going through the program, and it's every year, just getting better and saying, hey, you know what, show up, do your job, and you become part of that role player of playing small spots, and then you grow into it, and then it's that work ethic that takes you to that through college. And like majority of people don't go play college ball, they don't go, but you know what, Teurlings prepared me for life. Playing football at Teurlings prepared me for life, and it helped me in the Army. Throughout my Army career, and just being able to say, hey, you know what, you're part of a team, you be that wheel, you be that cog in that wheel, and you do the best you can in that, and you see success. And then just even looking at Teurlings where we're at right now compared to then, still being that small cog and looking at where we've come, it's incredible.
About a minute and a half left with Lance Beal, and let's take that being part of the cog, being part of that team, being part of that wheel concept. Let's talk about the firm real quickly. I mean, you guys growing by leaps and bounds, a solid rep. What do you guys do for those who aren't even familiar with Beal and Aber? What do you guys do?
We're a litigation firm. Most of the time, I hate to say it, you usually see us on not a good day. And
but they need that's when we need an expert.
And our biggest thing is that we do a lot of personal injury, and when you're hurt, no fault of your own. And I know people sit there and have the billboards, but that's not us. That's why we put our stuff back into schools. We put our stuff back into our community. We do call ourselves the Kid-Ins, hometown lawyers, because you know what? If we can impact one little small thing here, it's making our community better.
Well, and you do, I know you've sponsored a bunch of different events over the last couple of years around the community. And even for some of the smaller groups, you help to improve the life of 1 or 2 or 3 people. That's 1 or 2 or 3 more people than had their lives improved the day before. Everybody matters.
One of the things is that I'm also an assistant district attorney and a felony prosecutor in the 15th as a part-time job. And I see a lot of stuff that happens in the youth communities, and any time that I can sit there and help one person that I don't have to see them over there, that means the world to me. 45 seconds with Lance Beal. Lance, you are supporting, of course, us on the radio. You're supporting our new best friends over at 446. What do you think about the video-audio marriage? So last week I watched the entire Notre Dame game.
I watched 446.
I watched it, and I listened to Kavana, and I listened to Scott, and it was incredible. I was like, wait, where's this coming from?
Yeah.
And then this is a thing that helps grow Teurlings brand and helps get what we really, with Teurlings, what we offer to the community in the Acadiana area.
And I think that's when Doug, and the guys from 446 approached Teurlings, and I mean, it was like we needed that extra element. We've got these good things working, but we need that video element, and we're honored to be working with them as well. Lance Beal, Give your mother a big hug for
I
me.
definitely will.
And
I will say this: when I was here after the Army, Coach, I kept, Coach Corvo,
Oh, yeah.
Tony, and
Yeah.
Coach Mike when he was a kid. The team that showed last week was that grit, and that's the Teurlings Rebel spirit that we all love.
Good teams find a way in tough times. Thank you, Lance
Absolutely.
Beal.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break. Halftime. We're about to start the third quarter. Scott Brazic, Kevon Bordelon, Lance Beal, and the good guys from 446. Stay with us.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana. Let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Radio alongside Scott Brazda. Ike Brunet down on the field. Tyler Darbone in the studio. I'm Kevon Bordelon alongside our streaming partners at 446 Sports. Rebels lead at 21-0 over the Westgate Tigers. Rebels will get the ball. Mr. Brazda, as we come to you from the Summit Financial Press Box, I missed it. Did we catch Equitable Advisors' best advice of the game?
We didn't. And Greg's been great about chiming in with scores. Central up 19-0. On Cecilia. Oh, he's listening to Camp and Cocodrie. Okay, well, never mind. But Equitable Advisors' best advice, for the most part, keep doing what you're doing, but clean up a couple little things. It's a dangerous team, even young. They can score quickly, hold on to the ball, smart, lower those penalties, protect Alex a little bit better. But I think you can almost lock this one away if you can score right here to start the third quarter. Rebels scored a large 21 points in that second quarter.
I'm with you that if the Rebels are able to get some points, you could potentially be in a situation to start, I don't want to say thinking about next week, but start thinking about seeing some fresh jerseys out there for the Rebels. The flip side of that, Mr. Brazda, I agree with you. The one takeaway I think you have from this game is make sure you cut the mistakes out. You've got the fumble at the goal line. You've got a little bit of laundry that's been on the field here tonight for you. So whatever you can do to make sure that you tidy things up, that will get you ready for the rest of your district play, where the Rebels are looking to start 1-0 and be 4-0 on the season if they can walk away from this one with a victory over the Westgate Tigers. As we said, they're getting the ball with a 21-0 lead to start the third quarter.
Well, cleaning up those penalties and those mistakes, a team like this, with how quickly they can score, you don't want to give them short fields. You can control, lads.
So two men are back deep for the Teurlings Rebels. Viator is one, and that looks to be Mesh, who is the other. Check that. That's Riley Dupuy, the junior wide receiver, who is also back deep. They both stand at their own 15. Westgate with a somewhat unconventional initial lineup. Now they spread out for traditional kick coverage.
By the way, Neville up on STM 16-0.
And now, check that. Viator drops back. Simon's going to take this at his own 25. Slips a little bit, breaks one tackle, breaks another one across the 30 to the 35-yard line, and that is where the Teurlings Rebels will set up with a Chick-fil-A first down and 10.
Quinn did a good job of turning nothing into something. 7-8 yard gain up right up the gut.
Scott, something we need to be thinking about here tonight is the Beal and Hebert player of the game. We've got probably a nominee here tonight as the Rebels are up 21-0. Let's keep thinking about it as we get through the second half.
Well, Lance is here if he wants to chime in.
He absolutely could. I think he gets a nominee for having his name on it. Munoz brings the offense to the line of scrimmage. He's got two wide receivers to his right. Rebels moving left to right. Handoff in the backfield, and that is going to be Evans, who is swarmed over right at the mesh point, and it's going to be a loss of about 4 on the carry.
You know, Westgate trying to make some adjustments here. It's all right. They've run the ball so well. Let's try to stop that and see if that helps our prospects. Problem is, if Alex has any time and can read it, he's got people open.
Rebels will have 3 wide receivers on the field. On the far side, it'll be Stout. The near side, it will be Price, Viator, and Celestine, respectively. Evans still in the game at the running back position in the pistol. Munoz to throw, heavy pressure. There's the blitz. He can't escape it this time. He's going to go down again. Back at the 25-yard line, and Scott, man coverage, send the house. That has been the defensive game plan here on the first 2 plays of the second half for Westgate.
Schwander and for Kaysen. I think you need to have Alex on the move, Alex on the rollouts. At least right now.
Ball spotted all the way back at the 24-yard line. That means it's 3rd and 21 for the Rebels on their opening possession of the second half, up 21-0. Trips again to the near side. Schwander checks in at running back. Now he'll go in motion far side. A little swing back pass, and Munoz makes a fake. That's going to be behind his intended receiver, Viator. And Scott, I mean, it is straight man coverage and just send the house every single play. It had the Rebels offense confused on that possession.
Munoz running for dear life. And if he had any time, if he had a second to set, and he leads Viator, who's on the run at an angle, at a slant, Viator's running for a while. But that's the key, having time to plant.
Boudreaux back to punt, has the snap. Kick is away. It's a beauty. A spiraling kick that will be hauled in at the 36-yard line. Makes one man miss, makes a second man miss. There's a block behind the play. There's the flag. This is returned to the Rebel 40, to the Rebel 35. Finally taken out of bounds at the Rebel 32. But this one's coming back, as you could see the block in the back from up here at the
45, 40-yard line.
Yeah. Sad that the only person who saw it was
the furthest guy away.
Correct.
The guy back at the Teurlings 10 saw the block in the back at the Westgate 40.
Who knows if they'll call it a block in the back or a hold, but this return is coming back.
And really nice punt by Logan.
And there it is, block in the back against Westgate.
Personal foul.
Oh, okay. So it's technically a blindside block. Partially obscured view up here in the press box as I'm right on the divider of the window.
Turn that into a positive. You're the only person on the divider of the window.
That is the case.
You're special.
So Antoine will come back in at quarterback for the Westgate Tigers. Their opening possession here in the third quarter. 10:01 remaining. Straight drop back. Looks to his left. Now looks to his right. Now he's going to scramble. Trying to get away. That should have been a hold. Should have been a massive hold as the defender tried to make the tackle and instead was tackled by the offensive tackle. Antoine scrambles for 11 or 12. Ball spotted.
Good pursuit by the Rebels, but great. Yeah.
Sorry.
Good pursuit by the Rebels. Great pop by Seth Miller to stop him in his tracks.
Twins to each side for the Tigers. First down and 10, their own 48. Antoine now changing the play. has it from the sidelines. Tries to send someone in motion, apparently. They might not be paying attention. Now the running back moves to the other side. Handoff, trying to get around the right side. A crease across the 50. Goes the carry. A positive run for Westgate. It's going to be a gain of 4.
Nice little sliding crease right there on the right side. Westgate trying to hurry up a little bit.
Now Westgate goes back, and that should be a false start. There's the flags, because Westgate went back to their 3 tight end set, or 2 tight end set, basically a wildcat jumbo formation, trying to just run the quarterback out of it. And instead, they're going to back themselves up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 11.
The left tackle or the left tight end, I think he was one of 2 or 3 guys that got a little too...
overzealous?
Yep, overzealous. Good word.
Rebels will make some substitutions, as will Westgate. Antoine will be by himself in the backfield. Now they'll send in a running back, because they had 10 men on the field. Antoine looks to throw to his left. That's going to be caught at the Rebel 48, trying to juke back in, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Look, we gave up the catch, but 4, 5, 6 Rebel jerseys, the numbers 4, 5, 6, all closed in on him. It was like a triple team.
Scott, I want to talk about something, because I'm starting to notice a pattern here. Here we go, same jumbo formation. 2 gets the wildcat snap. He's going to try and get the outside, and he's going to be tripped but not tackled, then finally pushed out of bounds way inside of Rebel territory at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 16 on the carry.
Deculus came all the way up on the left side, but got sucked in just a touch. He was able to trip him up, but he was still able to go for another 15.
Same play, high snap, or same formation, high snap, right side, or left side this time. The tackle is made, but not after a 5-yard gain.
Alec Castile on that stop for the Rebels.
Scott, Westgate's entire game plan has gone back to this. Just snap, wildcat run, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. The Rebels sniffed it out and snuffed it out to a 2-yard loss. It's going to be 3rd down and about 7.
I didn't realize the previous play we had Drake Perry and Colston Olivier, 2 of our offensive linemen out there.
Westgate will flip the formation, but it's also 2 tight ends, 2 up backs, and a wildcat quarterback. Snap, right side. Rebels get in the backfield, trying to get the tackle, and they do. Get it for the loss. Well played by the Rebels defense.
Carter Maha wasn't going to be fooled, just held on and spun him back.
Loss of 3 on the play, 4th down and 9 for Westgate at the Rebel 32-yard line. Now they'll send Antoine back in. He'll have trips to his left on 4th down. Lone wide receiver is to his right. Running back will now take the shotgun position to the left of Antoine. Play action. Antoine trying to run the draw. Now he's going to try and run outside. Throws. He's got a man just across the 20 to the 15 to the 10. Finally tackled inside the 9-yard line, and that is where Westgate will have a 1st down and goal.
Nice job by the receiver, Brock Mitchell. I mean, did sort of a little button up. Went down to the 5, came back to about the 9, 12-yard line.
Right back to the jumbo formation, wildcat trying to run left side. A little bit of a crease. Not a whole bunch. And Scott, okay, my understanding is you can push the runner, but you can't pull him. Is that correct?
As far as I know, I think they call it the tush push, not the tush pull.
Love to hear from Greg as you started to see some of that movement there from Westgate as they line up, try and go jumbo. 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Rebels lead at 21-0 over the Westgate Tigers. We're going to take a break on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana. Let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
(21-0), but Westgate threatening for points on their opening possession of the second half alongside Scott Brasda, Tyler Darbone back in the studio, Ike Brunay on the sidelines, getting highlights for our Facebook page. And remember, we're streaming on 446Sports. You can find them on YouTube, Facebook. They are brought to you by the LaLue Group. Visit AcadianaIsHome.com.
It's been that hurry up, too. I mean, they haven't given the Rebels defense a chance to settle in or to even trade out some players.
Second down and goal. Mitchell to throw. Looking to the outside. Can the Rebels come up with the INT? Chavis gets the turnover in the end zone, and the Rebels turn away the Westgate Tigers when they went to try and go away from just the run offense.
Quarterback thought they were going toward the flag, and meanwhile the receiver was curling a little bit toward the goalpost. Devin saw the ball the whole way. Nice job. Way to stop the drive.
So the Rebels collect their first turnover of the evening, I believe, Mr. Brasden. Now they'll see if they can turn it into points.
Yeah, that might be a momentum killer, too, because, Westgate has everything rolling. They're about to get on the board. They're about to pull within 2 scores.
Some 4A scores. Shaw over LCA, 21-6. That's a third quarter score. See if we can come up with some other 4A scores. Alexandria, 38-6 over Opelousas. As we get set for a Chick-fil-A first down and 10. Full pistol formation for the Teurlings Rebels. Handoff to Kason Evans. Tries the right side. He's going to be back to basically the original line of scrimmage. Might get the 21 and a 1-yard carry.
All right, you got to give Westgate this. Their defense is playing tough no matter what the Rebels do right now.
North Side and North Vermilion, we have no score there. Second down and 9 for the Teurlings Rebels from their own 21. 21-0, Rebels lead it. Munoz hands off Evans right side. Evans has a crease. He's across the 25 to the 27-yard line. That'll set up a third down and manageable 3.
God bless Case. He's had some work done on a couple knees. I think he's only got 2. But he's got that burst still, and he's rehabbed it so well. And even coming off that tender, he had to take last week off because that tissue issue. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. We'll market that. But
Central
7.
Central 25-7 at the half over Cecilia.
Cecilia, the defending state champs, have had a tough pre-district slate.
4 wide on third and short. Munoz calls his own number, comes around the right side. He's got the crease across the 30. He's going to pick up the Chick-fil-A first down and 10.
That's Alex creating. I mean, he goes straight. There's nothing there. He's got that gear that the other guys don't. Schwander now in for Evans.
Beauchene, 44-7 over Birchman's.
All right, Gators.
Rain, 25-21 over Como. So a first down and 10 for the Teurlings Rebels at the 33-yard line. That should have been a 5-yard penalty from the right defensive end encroaching into the neutral zone. No call. Munoz hands off Schwander. Schwander's hitting the backfield trying to fight for yardage. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. No gain on the Chick-fil-A first down.
Big guys fighting the Rebels right side. Right now, the Westgate Tigers are winning.
Second down and 10 for the Teurlings Rebels. And Scott, to your point, when you know that Munoz is going to pass, they're doing everything they can to send the house to blitz him because it's worked here in this ball game as it did last week.
Let's get Alex on the run. Roll him out to the left.
Third quarter score, Neville 16, St. Thomas More nothing. Fakes the handoff to Schwander on third down. Munoz is going to get to the 35-yard line. One official has him to the 35. One leaves him at the 34. Call it a gain of 2. It'll be third down and long. And this is the situation you really want to avoid, Mr. Brasda, if you're the Teurlings Rebels, because now you're really predictable.
They know you're going to throw.
Expect to see man coverage on the Rebel receivers and expect to see blitzers coming up the middle. trips her to the far side. Lone wide receiver is Seymour to the middle. Drop snap. Munoz now rolls to his right after he evades a man. Wants to throw. Now he's going to pull it back. He'll take the sack. Because, Scott, he was looking for, I believe, Price and could not come up with an open man. So he'll just take the sack, and the Rebels will send the punting unit out onto the field.
You know, I asked Mikey, I said, were some things exposed that other teams might try to throw at you last week against Notre Dame? And he said, for the most part, he thought it was themselves, shooting themselves in the foot, but there are some certain things they have to work on. And we're seeing it.
This kick is away. Scott, was that Seymour on the punt? It was. That's going to hit and roll as it rolls inside the 30, inside the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Scott, the Westgate Tiger was running over like he was going to touch it. Teurlings Rebel stood over it and downed it. I almost might have let him touch it because he wouldn't have had any help.
Good punt by Quinn.
1:51 remaining in the third quarter. Rebels lead at 21-0. We're going to take a quick break on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446. A run on first down from the Westgate Tigers from their own 24-yard line is going to pick up about 6 on the carry. Set up 2nd down and 4, maybe a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3.
Good to see Coach Mike Doherty back here, Coach Brian Longlinay.
Antoine will stay in at quarterback. They'll move their tight end now to the left side of the formation. Oops. Now, hold on. That was not called on the last series against Westgate. I'm trying to understand what the difference is when Teurlings does it versus when Westgate does it.
Well, that's a good question.
Because you clearly had a man from the Rebels, not saying he didn't jump into the neutral zone, but it clearly happened on the last offensive series for the Rebels when Westgate did it. No call from the officials.
Again, it's a good question.
The penalty converts a first down. Sets up 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Maybe our guys wore the Catholic guilt a little bit better on that.
Could be. Antoine, play action. Now he throws downfield. He's looking for a receiver who's open, but overthrows his intended man, who had gotten past both defensive backs who were in double coverage.
And our servant leader captain, E.J. Granger, out there on the field.
So the incompletion sets up 2nd down and 10 from the 36-yard line.
But a ball that had a little less air on it.
It was 6.
A touchdown pass, yeah.
57 seconds remain in the third quarter. Rebels with a 21-0 lead. A relatively uneventful third quarter so far. Trips it to the far side. Rebels showing blitz. Bring the extra man. Trying to find his way to the quarterback, but instead the quarterback will throw it to the far side. Short gain out of bounds on the completion makes it 3rd and long.
Rebels had him closed in really well. Jacob Dean on that stop.
Scott, no gain on the play officially. Trips are going to be wide to the near side. Remember, the Rebels gave up 3rd and long on the last series because they are giving a ton of cushion to the speedy wide receivers from Westgate. 5 wide for the Tigers. Antoine looks to his right, throws over the middle. He's got a man, and the Rebels give up 3rd and 10. They give up 19 yards.
A wide open middle. Got to do better.
Ball now inside of Teurlings Rebels territory. 31 seconds remain in the third quarter. Shotgun snap to Antoine, throws to his right. Rebels giving tons of cushion. That's going to be caught. It's going to take a few men to take him down, but not before he picks up 7 yards on the reception.
Jackson Broussard wrestles him down. There's 3 Rebels around him.
And Scott, you understand why the Rebels are giving up so much cushion, because this is the receiver who managed to outrun 2 men on the last set of downs. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rebels take a 21-0 lead to the fourth over the Westgate Tigers. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, and streaming on 446 Sports.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Lala Group, we've helped families take that first big step and then the next. From starter homes to forever homes, we're here for the moments that matter most. Because the best real estate experience doesn't just find you a house, it helps you build a life.
Here on Teurlings Rebels Radio alongside Scott Brazda, Ike Brunei down on the sidelines, Tyler Darbone in the studio keeping us on the air. I'm Kevon Bordelon.
Nick Celestine playing a little defense. But we've seen Nick do that before too.
21-0 Rebels lead it to start the fourth, but Westgate has had the offensive momentum here in the second half, to be quite honest. Teams have switched sides. Westgate now moving left to right. That is north to south here in Rebel Stadium. Antoine with a play-action quick throw to the far side. He's got a receiver who's got some room, who's inside the 30. And Scott, now Westgate finding some offensive rhythm.
They really are. And, of course, I think the Rebels are getting tired. I mean, Deculus makes a nice stop out there. But, you know, they're not wasting any time. They certainly aren't working 30 seconds off that clock.
Yeah, going very hurry up. Same thing. Quick throw to the far side. Taken down after a short gain. But, Scott, it's the quick passes that don't necessarily hurt, but then you give up one, you give up two, then you give up 17 on third and long.
Oh, yeah, they're West Coasting you.
Antoine ready for the football. Handoff right side, trying to cut back on the inside the 15, inside the 10, 5, touchdown Westgate. And the Tigers have found their first points of the night with 11:15 remaining in the first quarter. It's 21-6 pending the PAT.
And good moves by the Westgate running back.
Scott, we talked about the athletes on that side of the field. And offensively, you've got to find a way to negate the blitz of Westgate and find some offensive rhythm here in the second half.
Well, right now you've got to answer. You've got to answer with something positive to give your defense a rest and to give your offense some confidence and keep that cushion, because Westgate comes right back. There's plenty of time.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. It's 21-7. Rebels lead the Westgate Tigers. 11:15 left on the Oshner Lafayette General Orthopedic game clock. And on the streaming side, Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
Westgate gets its first points of the night on a 11-yard touchdown run, Mr. Brazda, I believe? Or was it 16?
I thought it was longer than that. I thought it was like 23.
Might have been. Might have been. 23-yard touchdown run to make it 21-7. Rebels really have not done much offensively here in the second half. Kick to the up back, taken in at the 30. That's Price, who's across the 35, and he will set up shop for the Rebels offense with a Chick-fil-A first down at the 38-yard line.
Good field position for the Rebels. Now, what do you do with it? So, Kevon, what's your answer to get Munoz and to get the passing game going?
Scott, I think you've got to go to a counterplay here in some way, shape, or form. Westgate's pursuit is so direct at the snap, you almost have to do something that counteracts that. In order to do that, you've got to give them some misdirection. Move the line to the right, initial play action to the right with a cutback to the left. Something of that nature, to me, might spring a running back and make him back off just a bit. Chick-fil-A 1st and 10. Handoff, it's going to be to Evans. He's going to be across the 40 to the 42. That'll be a gain of 4 on the Chick-fil-A first down.
Cross-country coaching legend Pilar Burson is listening to us. Thank you, Coach P.
They'll give him the 43, so it's officially a pickup of 5.
And no doubt they'll work the clock.
Schwander now checks in. Handoff Schwander, who goes right side. Schwander is going to be really close to a Chick-fil-A first down at the 48. He should have enough by the spot on the far side.
Watching his knee.
They are motioning forward with the chain, so that is a Chick-fil-A first down and 10 for the Rebels. Rebels now getting the play from the near sideline. Munoz, low snap, hands off up the middle. Schwander, he's met by a wall immediately at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Maybe the official on the far side's given him a gain of 1.
Now the Westgate defensive line has been winning that battle against our O-line guys.
Scott, we had a dropped snap on the last offensive series. We've had 2 low snaps on this one. This is one of those challenges you've got to get comfortable with a new center starting his second game of the season. Munoz, straight drop back on second down. Throws over the middle. He's got a man. It's Seymour inside of Westgate territory to the 35-yard line. That is a gain of 16.
You know, Quinn had been quiet, except for a really nice punt a second ago. But good to see him make that dive. Again, a quiet Rebel just means he's more dangerous.
I like that. A quiet Rebel means he's more dangerous.
I've got some things I can market. Trademark, come on. You and I are just going to be living off of royalties for a while.
Celestine split wide to the near side. Viator to the far. Benoit checks in at tight end. Now you've got Mesh in at running back. Play action. Munoz looking for everything. Rolls and throws it away. A smart throw, Scott, by Alex Munoz. Instead of taking the sack, the incompletion sets up second down and 10.
The old live to fight another day kind of thing.
And Scott, I actually believe that he might have had Viator deep if he had looked for him, because on the break, Viator had a step on his man. And again, this defense poses a bit of a unique challenge for the Teurlings Rebels. They have the athletes to line up man coverage and play it all night. Second and 10. Munoz to throw again. Under pressure, and it's incomplete. Viator wasn't even looking for it, Scott, and Munoz took a shot on the throw.
Yeah, Andrew had no idea. Now, was that his fault or Munoz's? I don't know, but that communication was not there.
New play coming in from the sideline on third down and 10. Scott, the Rebels would probably love to get 7 or 8 here. You don't have to get the whole thing, but if you get 7 or 8, it makes it a comfortable field goal attempt for Boudreaux.
I'd roll Munoz out, give him some room.
Now we have a timeout on the far side. Westgate has to call a timeout with 8:55 remaining. Rebels lead at 21-7. We'll take a timeout on the radio and the streaming side. This is Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, and streaming on 446 Sports.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
21-7, your Teurlings Rebels lead the Tigers of Westgate High School out of New Iberia alongside Scott Brazda. Tyler Darbone back in the studio. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Rebels with third down and 10 from the Westgate 35.
All right, let's convert. Get inside that 30.
Rebels will now send Seymour off the field, Scott. 2 tight ends in instead of the additional wide receiver. Munoz, play action. That's Mesh. Mesh gets inside the 30. They're going to give him the 29-yard line. It'll be 4th and 4. You're not necessarily in no man's land because Boudreaux has the leg, but the Rebels don't have Boudreaux on the field.
Well, I think what you're first going to try is that, see if you can get these guys to jump. Seymour's coming in. Because an encroachment or whatever on the defense gets you that first down. If not, then Boudreaux would be looking at a 45, 46?
46-yarder, correct. Munoz throws the quick slant. It's caught, and that's going to be good for a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10. And Scott, I'm almost surprised that you didn't get a flag on the hit on Seymour.
Looked a little high.
For a defenseless receiver, correct. Rebels will take the conversion, and Seymour coming into his own in the last 5 quarters of football.
Quiet Rebel. Quiet no more. Damn, I am good tonight. T-shirts, bumper stickers. Come on, come on.
So a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 at the 22-yard line of the Westgate Tigers. And now, Scott, the Rebels are taking notes out of other coaches that we know and working clock. Mesh is in at running back. Handoff straight ahead, Mesh. Mesh has got a little bit of running room inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Nice pickup.
Yeah, running backs coach Kent Mason says Mesh may be the fastest of the whole running back core. Tall, wiry a little bit. I'm sure he'll be working on bulking up during the summer. He'll probably be the main guy next year. But he's got that extra little burst. And you give Spencer a crease. Could be fun.
2nd down and 6 inside the Hub City Ford red zone for the Teurlings Rebels. 21-7 they lead, 6:59 remaining in the ball game. Munoz hands off Mesh. He cuts it back to the right side, bounces off of a tackler. He picked up maybe 1 on the carry. It's a short gain, sets up 3rd and about 5.
Look, I'll give Spencer this. He hit a wall and he didn't stop. He spun around, maybe got that 1 yard. But, way to stick with it. Because there was nothing happening right there.
There's a big 3rd down for the Rebels, Scott. And the good news is the Rebels are bleeding clock. They're going to have to snap this with just over 6 minutes remaining in the ball game. And with a 14-point lead, that's right where you want to be. Munoz goes hard count. Westgate does not bite. Now the Rebels will turn Meerkat to the sideline. Get a new play. Twins are to the far side. Viator in the slot. Handoff, Mesh up the middle. He's got a crease, and Mesh is going to be just shy of the 10-yard line, but that's enough for a Chick-fil-A 1st down and 10 for the Rebels.
And he was one guy away from being in that end zone.
That's going to take us to our hydration timeout. 5:59 remaining in the 4th quarter. Rebels lead at 21-7. We're taking a break on Teurlings Rebels Radio, News Talk 96.5 KPEL, and streaming on 446 Sports. Your Teurlings Rebels lead the Westgate Tigers. Rebels looking to go 4-0 on the season. There is a mere 5 minutes and 59 seconds remaining on the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard on the streaming side, the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic scoreboard on the radio side. And Mr. Brazda, a touchdown here is what the Rebels really need.
And that would lock it away. Touchdown and the clock.
But if you get the opportunity for the field goal and you don't get the touchdown, here you take the points.
Nice to have options.
It is. Twins to the far side, 2 tight ends. Schwander is the running back. Munoz going to try and run it, and Scott, they had 2 spies on him. He's going to take a loss of 4 on the carry.
And you and I saw them both, 0 and number 2. They were, wherever Munoz goes, you go. Evans is back in, Schwander out.
Schwander was just a mere blocker for a design Munoz run on the previous play. So the Chick-fil-A first down and 10, loses 4, sets up second down and 14. Ball back at the 15-yard line. So the Rebels can get a first down. Same formation, this time Evans in the backfield. Munoz to throw, looking for Celestine, and he's going to get the flag. Yep. He was knocked down at the goal line, and that's going to result in a pass interference call. And that's going to help the Rebels out.
I don't know how the DB can stare at the official like, why'd you call that? Because it's a pretty good chest knockdown.
The only thing I can see is, I don't know that the ball was catchable, Scott. It was maybe a little bit to a different area, but again, we'll take it.
Come on, I'm trying to make a point. You're supposed to agree with me.
So that'll make it a Chick-fil-A first down and goal for the Rebels inside the Hub City Ford red zone. Ball will be spotted at the 7-yard line. 7.5, check it, because it is half the distance to the goal. Handoff Evans through the middle. Evans breaks a tackle down to the 1-yard line. That's going to set up second down and goal. Are they putting him at the 2? Yes.
But that was just a nice, smooth run. It didn't really look like Kaysen even ran fast. It was smooth.
Well, you know what they say. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast.
They say that?
They do. Second down and goal. That's going to be an encroachment on the defense. Well, hopefully they call it this time. And they do.
+5 puts us in the end zone. Half the distance to the goal gets us to the 1.
So that'll set up. Down and distance says it's 3rd and goal. Now it's back to 1st and goal. Should be, I believe, 2nd and goal. And Munoz is going to follow him in for a Cafe Sidney May 6 as the Teurlings Rebels get another rushing touchdown from their senior quarterback Alex Munoz to take a 27-7 lead pending the PAT as the Rebels answer the Westgate scoring drive to make the difference. Again, 21 points in the ball game.
And that takes the wind out of Westgate's sails. So Logan's not kicking again. There must be something. Who's 85?
This is Alex LaBeouf. Plenty of leg. LaBeouf is up and through, and the Teurlings Rebels make it a 28-7 ball game, 4:36 remaining on the Ochsner Lafayette General Orthopedic scoreboard or the Guillory Chiropractic scoreboard on the streaming side. So, Mr. Brazda, how big is it for the Teurlings Rebels to come back and answer after the only scoring drive of the night for Westgate?
Oh, big on so many ways, because Westgate stops you, or you stop yourself. They get the ball back, and they're going to do what they just did before, and you didn't stop that at all. They score again, hurrying things up. Then suddenly you get the ball back, and there's a lot of pressure on you, even more angst-filled. This was big. This was big in multiple ways. And you got all kinds of players on this. Mesh had a 6-yard run, a 5-yard run, a 6-yard run. Nice job. Kaysen comes in, and he scoots and does what Kaysen does. Quinn Seymour comes in and takes a horrendous pop, holds onto the ball, gets a big first down. Quinn had 2 big catches on that drive.
And yeah, that's LaBeouf handling the kickoff duties, taken in at the 18-yard line to the 20. Trying to make a man miss at the 25, the 30 to the 35-yard line, and that is where Westgate will set up shop. Some scoring updates from Mr. Audemars. Central is up 25-7. Karen Crow up 21-14. Notre Dame now losing 28-7 to Catholic of New Iberia.
Catholic's a real deal.
Now the Pios are closing the gap. They're only down 28-20. Central still 25-7 over Cecilia. That game is in the 3rd quarter. Antoine back in at quarterback for Westgate, rolling to his left. Under pursuit, throws over the middle. He's got a man back across the seam, and that is going to be for the first down. Nice little run after the catch. And Scott, the Rebels need to watch out because the misdirection again. We saw it with Notre Dame, rolling the quarterback to his left, throws, and the receiver coming to the right. The counter essentially on a throw gets a nice gain for Westgate. Antoine to throw on the new first down. Across the 50, he takes off with it, and he's down after a gain of 9 officially from the far side Zebra, who says that the ball will be spotted at the Rebel 44-yard line.
Rouget on the stop. Deculus had the previous stop. Rebels will be tired.
Antoine now in the backfield all by his lonesome. Second down and short. Rebels come and bring pressure, and that ball is incomplete. He was looking for Mitchell over the middle. Just a late release, and Mitchell was wide open, Scott. We have a flag on the play, though. Are they calling that roughing the passer?
Mikey's pretty mad.
If that's roughing the passer, we have seen that all night from Westgate, and it has not been called. So the flag will advance the chains for Westgate.
Josette Surratt.
Oh, good to hear from Miss Josette.
She's been watching us on TV. She's been listening to the whole 446 crew and us.
Ball spotted at the 29-yard line of the Teurlings Rebels. Westgate getting a new play from the far sideline. 3:49 remaining in the ball game. Rebels lead at 28-7. Antoine hands off. Another nice run up the middle. A juke to the inside the 15 to the 10. And that's going to set up a first down and goal from the 10 for Westgate.
Was that the same running back who scored the touchdown?
It was, number 8. Again, handoff up the middle, and that's going to be met just shy of the 5-yard line. Make it the 7, so it'll be second down and goal from there.
This time the Rebels clog it up.
And Scott, watch, here comes the jumbo formation. 2 up backs, 1 wide receiver out to the far side. A wildcat run from Westgate. They have 12 men on the field. They got to call it. There's your, did we get the flag on the far side? Coach Antoine is saying that the Rebels called timeout. 2 things can be true at the same time. They both might have. Bit of a officiating kerfuffle down there as Westgate had 12 men on the field. I think the Rebels also had 12 men on the field. So Coach Corville calls timeout to not incur the penalty. The official on the far side threw the flag because the ball was snapped, maybe didn't see it, and knew that Westgate had 12 men on the field. So he was making the correct call on his side. Coach Antoine was not incorrect that the Rebels had called timeout. Rebels, though, holding on to a 28-7 lead, 3:17 remaining in the ballgame.
Everyone trying to avoid 24-man football.
So, Scott, the Rebels defensively, again, not to say that they have been exposed, but to say that we now have a consistent theme over 3 games. And while they've only given up 7 points here tonight, it's nitpicky. Lining up in a wildcat and just saying, we've got more men on this than you do, seems to work.
Definitely gives you things you need to work on.
I mean, you can't be upset about a game that the defense has only yielded 7 points through, 44 minutes and 43 seconds? There's the snap straight, wildcat run ahead, and the Rebels have found a way to maybe line up on this that allows them to get the stop. A very short gain sets up 3rd and goal from the 6.
Well, straight ahead football, the Rebels aren't having any trouble with. And now 5 more men are in and out. Let's see if Westgate gets the numbers right.
Antoine now comes back in, number 8 back in at running back, and Scott, I almost think they're going to run him. Nope, they're going to roll Antoine to his right, give him a little pursuit. He makes a juke. He's past the line of scrimmage. Did he go out of bounds? The official says he did at the 2. Said he stepped out at the 2. It'll be 4th and goal from the 2 for Westgate.
A Rebels really, really faked out there. Got to hold our ground.
Oh, Scott, Westgate is, Antoine rather, is slippery. No doubt.
5 more guys, 5 big guys.
Here comes the jumbo formation. Same thing, 2 up backs, 2 tight ends for Westgate. Snap straight ahead football, and they give him the touchdown. I can't see from here. The near side official has him breaking the plane, so Westgate finds pay dirt for the 2nd time tonight. Both touchdowns here in the 4th quarter with 2:34 remaining in the ball game. Rebels lead at 28-13 pending the extra point.
I'd give it to him. He hit, and then he spun a little bit further on the right side as he came back toward us.
So that'll send the Tigers out with their special teams unit. Trying to get lined up correctly on the line of scrimmage. Play clocks are at 10. Snap is back, hold is down, and it's blocked. Oh, and we get a, Scott, this flag might be coming over the center. Might be, if the defense lines up over the center, that technically I guess it's a leverage call, is what I'm guessing. Personal foul against the Teurlings Rebels. So that'll move it a little bit closer. I doubt they go for two. My guess is it was being lined up and rushing over the center. Karen Crow has taken a 42-21 lead over Barb. Again, thanks to Greg Audemaw and Equitable Advisors. And yes, Westgate is now going for two. Run to the left side. He's going to have it on the edge, and that's going to be enough to make it a 28-15 ball game. And now, did I see another flag come down, Scott? I think I saw a flag out of bounds. Look next to the down marker. You see him walking by it right now.
Yeah.
Yes, the officials are huddling.
Are we getting chippy?
I think this might be, the Rebels were clapping, and I think this might be a late hit. The question is it a dead ball or did it happen on the play? If it's dead ball, it'll be enforced on the ensuing kickoff. Yes, the extra point is good. Personal foul against Westgate, and that will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff, which means that the Rebels should start with really good field position, as Westgate has not attempted to kick the ball deep all night tonight.
But now you're looking at a Westgate team that they've got to try something goofy with the kickoff.
Correct. Rebels with a 13-point lead, 28-15, 2:34 remaining.
Beauty of the Rebels can set up at the Westgate 40 or 45. Or at least midfield. Now we got a bunch of guys right at the 45.
So the official has the ball at the 40 now. He's going to mark it. Does he go all the way back to the 25? I believe he does. So, Scott, the Rebels, if Westgate kicks their normal kickoff, the ball should be taken in at about the 40. That's where it should be received.
Eli's back at the 33, 32.
But the hands team is on the field for the Teurlings Rebels, which is what you would expect, as the expectation is an onside kick. There's the squib. It doesn't go 10 yards. There's got to be a flag, because the ball went from the 25 to the 32.
Still don't see a flag.
That would be 7 yards. Rebels should be able to take it over right there, because it is an illegal touch.
Yeah, that ball went like 5 yards and sideways.
It is illegal touching on Westgate. That means the Rebels will start with tremendous field position. They will start at the, where do they mark it? They'll mark it at the 30 of Westgate.
Mesh in at running back.
So 2:34 remaining. Rebels with a 28-15 lead. And yeah, the starters still in the ball game here, which you would have loved to have put them to rest a little bit earlier tonight, Mr. Brazza, but the offense just couldn't quite get there. Mesh will move to the shotgun. Two wide receivers to the near side. Munoz now sends Viator in motion to the far. Munoz trying to run the ball straight ahead, breaks away from one tackle. He's only going to pick up about a yard on the carry. That's going to bring the play clock, though, to 40, which means when the ball is snapped, we should have about a minute 40 left in the ball game.
Yeah, take your time. Tell stories. Do some needlepoint.
Mr. Brazza, we need to think about what will be our Southern Air Acadiana cool play of the game.
I didn't realize there'd be a test. The 446 guys did not tell me this. Take your time. 10 more seconds.
Rebels are lined up. Everybody's at the line of scrimmage. Play clock's at 1:50 now, 1:49. 5 seconds remain. Handoff straight ahead. Mesh is going to get to the 25-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 4. Set up 3rd down and 5, and now Westgate is going to call timeout. So, Mr. Brazda, let's start thinking about our Beal and Hebert player of the game. I've got a nominee. He's got multiple touchdowns here tonight on the ground. He's taken a beating trying to throw the football.
I know who he is.
Who would that be?
That would be our quarterback, number 13, Alexander Munoz.
I think he has been, to your point, the straw that stirs the drink here tonight.
Well, he's been so tough. I mean, he just keeps getting up. And there have been a couple of times where, you worry about him. The only thing that makes me feel better is knowing that AJ is available to be the backup. But you don't want to lose Alex. And, I can't argue with you on that one. We've had multiple guys do different things in spurts, but Alex has been the consistent, the ever-present one.
We have, he's got 1 passing touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, with Schwander having the other.
Munoz to Nick. Munoz a 10-yard TD. Schwander an 8-yard run. Munoz a TD.
So the offense comes back out onto the field after the timeout by Westgate with 1:38 remaining in the ball game. Lone wide receiver on the near side is Celestine. He'll back off the line of scrimmage. Lone wide receiver to the far side is Viator. Mesh, the running back, in the pistol. Handoff straight ahead. Mesh bounces off of a man still on his feet inside the 30. Mesh, or check that, inside the 20. Mesh is able to... Scott, how are they trying to mark him down at the 20?
Flag back there.
One official had him at the 20. One has him at the 17. We have a flag on the play which will stop the clock as EDB comes in. Personal foul, face mask against the defense.
Well, they're going for that ball. They're going for anything now.
That is going to be a first down for the Teurlings Rebels inside the Hub City Ford red zone. So the spot of the run by Mesh should have been at about the 17, 18-yard line. Now they should mark off half the distance to the goal.
And Spencer stopped and started 3 times. I mean, way to just keep going until you hear a whistle. Keep going.
Which makes it a Chick-fil-A first down and goal at the 9.
First and goal from the 9-yard line for the Rebels.
Game clock is running. 1:22 left in the game. Rebels will take the snap, take a knee. Does Alex Munoz. As Westgate, I don't know if they can call time. The clock shows that they have 2 timeouts left, but the Rebels are taking victory formation here instead of trying to run it in. There's 27 seconds left on the play clock, and there's about a 35-second difference with the game clock. Rebels should snap the ball one more time, and that will be it. They'll take a 28-15 victory tonight over the Tigers of Westgate High out of New Iberia and run their record to 4-0, Mr. Brasden.
I'm pleased.
Snap to Munoz, takes a knee. And that is going to do it. Rebels come to the sidelines. Teurlings Rebels win 28-15 over Westgate of New Iberia. And the Teurlings Rebels run their record to 4-0. Westgate falls to 1-3, and they play St. Thomas More next week. And Scott, we have a player who's down on the field. We're going to pray that that young man is okay. Ask you to say a prayer at home. He's now up and walking off the field under his own power. And that is going to do it. We're going to wrap up coverage of the game, come back with our post-game show right here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.
If you're searching for high quality...
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
For over 40 years, Tim's Southern Air of Acadiana has kept homes cool, safe, and running strong, day or night. From expert air conditioning services to dependable whole home generators, our certified team is always ready when you need us most. We're not just technicians, we're neighbors who care. Southern Air of Acadiana. Let us bear it. Call 337-339-9661 or visit timsac.com.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the
96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports alongside Scott Brasda, Tyler Darbone back in the studio, Ike Brunet on the sidelines getting highlights for our Facebook page, Teurlings Catholic Football Radio. I'm Kevon Bordelon. Rebels win it 28-15 over the Tigers of Westgate High. Scott, the Rebels, almost a tale of two halves. Got exactly what they wanted in the first. The second half maybe leaves some work to be done as they look towards next week.
Yeah, maintaining the momentum. Also, give Westgate some credit because they sped up the game and the Rebels weren't ready for it. But nice job. Obviously, really, really nice first half. A couple little mistakes, but you're up 21-0. Good resiliency. Again, almost like last week, where in rising to the occasion and getting that fourth touchdown, because that was the key. That built the buffer. Rebels were all pumped up, doing a little 5-yard line celebration.
Outstanding to see them in that scenario here at Teurlings Catholic High. Talk about them being 4-0 for the second time in 2 years.
Yeah, this is great. And now you're back home again next week. You have Como coming into town, a game the Rebels should win. But enjoy this one. Enjoy this one for a day. But they're going to be sore and they're going to be tired because that second half was definitely on Westgate's schedule.
I'm trying to find an effort, a Como score, see how Como did tonight. If you would recap the scoring for the Teurlings Rebels as we win again 28-15.
Yeah, you got it. Scoreless first quarter, Kavan, but then second, Rebels scored 3 times. First, you had Munoz and Nick Celestine, 8-yard touchdown pass, 7-0 with 10:33 to go in the second. Rebels would come back about 4 minutes later. Munoz on a 10-yard run. That made it 14-zip. Next time the Rebels got the ball, Munoz a 22-yard run, Munoz to AJ for 14 and a pass, Munoz to AJ for 8 yards and a pass, and then Schwander will close the deal with an 8-yard run with 44 seconds left. That made it 21-0 Rebels at the break. Remained 21-0 as the Rebels defense was bending but not breaking. Westgate all over the field though. Fourth quarter though, Westgate scores its first touchdown, a 23-yard run. Rebels come back. The Rebels were able to answer it, and I think is really huge. 7 minutes later, 6.5 minutes later, to break the momentum of Westgate. Munoz scores from 1 yard out. That made it 28-7. Westgate would score again with 2:34 to go, a 2-yard run. That made it 28-15 after the 2-point conversion. And that's how it ends. The Rebels go to 4-0 and 1-0 in district with a 28-15 victory.
Fourth quarter score for the Rebels. Next opponent, the Como Spartans. 34-24, Rain leads them in the fourth. So the Teurlings Rebels get the victory
the next week
and see their next 2 opponents correct playing in that game. We're going to get you some scores from around the area when we come back on the post-game show here on Teurlings Rebels Radio, streaming on 446 Sports, which is brought to you by the Leliv Group. Visit acadianaishome.com to support your streaming presenting sponsor. We'll be right back. Wrap up the post-game show right after this.
Here's your Beal and Hebert starting lineup.
Lance Beal, Teurlings Catholic.
Kenny Hebert, Catholic High.
Stephen Williams, STM.
Don Connett, USL.
Alan Haney, Catholic High.
Gabrielle Romero, Sacred Heart.
Beal and Hebert, Acadiana's hometown lawyers.
At Guillory Chiropractic, we offer a variety of services to help you feel your best. From chiropractic adjustments for back pain relief to prenatal care during pregnancy, our team is dedicated to providing personalized treatment plans. We also specialize in sports injury rehabilitation and can assist with post-accident recovery. Whether it's routine checkups or specialized care, Guillory Chiropractic has the expertise and compassion you need to achieve optimal health. Contact us today to schedule an appointment at our Lafayette or Church Point locations.
You can start a rewarding career as an emergency medical technician sooner than you think. The National EMS Academy, a division of Acadian Ambulance, can train you in just 12 weeks at their campuses in Alexandria, Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette, Lake Charles, New Orleans, and Thibodaux. Students who complete the class and pass the National Registry exam are eligible to work for Acadian Ambulance. Classes start soon. Learn more at becomeamedic.com.
Tyler Darbone back in the studio. Ike Brunay was on the sidelines getting highlights. I'm Kevon Bordelon. We are streaming on 446 Sports as we wrap things up for the night. The Rebels win 28-15 over the Westgate Tigers, run their record to 4-0. Westgate walks out of Rebel Stadium 1-3 on the season. Mr. Brazda, we do need to thank a couple of sponsors very quickly. Number one, Two Sister Salsa.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate them and everything they do.
Thank you, those fine folks.
As well as Buck and Johnny's. If you got time and you're in Bro Bridge, great place to go grab a bite to eat.
An old automobile dealership. Domain Motors, I believe.
Really cool restaurant.
And just a cool restaurant, cool look, great food. Thank you, Miss Coatney. Coatney Raymond and her whole crew out there.
So, Mr. Brazda, let's talk about our nominees. Now, these will be awarded Monday night on the Coach Michael Corville Show on 446 Sports. The Beal and Abear Player of the Game, your nominee, my nominee, I think it's the same guy.
Alex Munoz, our quarterback. Alex showed his toughness yet again because he was under a lot of pressure, especially in that second half. 2 rushing TDs, 1 passing TD, a couple big runs too, that multiple yards, 20, 30 yards.
Also, we're going to give a nomination. We don't know that it comes up this way. The cool play of the game, Southern Air cool play of the game. Look, I think it was really cool that Nick Celestine got his first touchdown of the season tonight.
Yeah, well, and Nick continues his progression in his rehab, and he's getting back into Nick Celestine's shape. They even had him playing a little defense tonight, which we've seen him do last year a couple times. And Nick doesn't leave the game. I mean, Nick's going nonstop, and just a great thing for the team, but even a great thing reminding Nick that he is just such an extremely valuable member of this team.
Remember, if you're listening on the terrestrial radio side, you can watch the streaming side on 446 Sports, which is brought to you by the Lulu Group. Visit AcadianaIsHome.com. Let's see if we can get you some scores from around the area as we wrap things up. Kaplan is in the fourth quarter over Bro Bridge, 35-0. That is a huge one. Last reported score we have from St. Thomas More is Neville 16, St. Thomas More now 13. The Cougars have climbed back in that game. We do not necessarily have, and we are looking for, a Notre Dame score because Notre Dame was absolutely getting pummeled in that game by Catholic High of New Iberia, and the Pios had worked their way back into it. Last reported score we had was 28-20, when it was 28-0 at one point, Catholic High of New Iberia.
Staying the course.
Mr. Brazda, you have to think that the loss last week to the Teurlings Rebels maybe carried over a little, but the Pios seem to find themselves.
They certainly did. Well, I mean, a staff like that, they're good about having short memories. You can't do anything about the game that just happened.
Couple other scores from the area. We had a score on Beauchesne, where Beauchesne...
They had a big lead.
Yeah, big lead, trying to find that score again. Central over Cecilia, 33-7. That's a third quarter score. And there it is, Beauchesne 58-14 over Birchman's. Opelousas falls to Alexandria Senior High. That's the Trojans, 59-6.
Not surprised that Alexandria won. I thought Opelousas put up a better fight, though.
Notre Dame apparently just tied the score, 28-28.
Oh.
And let's see, Shaw beats LCA 31-13. There's 2 minutes left in the Notre Dame game.
Shaw must have a good team.
From around the area. And I just want to make sure, it is not 28-20, it's 26-26 apparently, is the score that we're now being given. I thought it was 28 that we'd seen. My eyes are getting bad. Mr. Braza, closing thoughts tonight as the Rebels will face the Como Spartans here at home next week.
No, good resiliency for the Rebels. Obviously a really good first half, doing just what they need to do in the second. And look, you look at the schedule, the Rebels should, I hope I'm not cursing this, should run this to 7-0. Because in the next 3 weeks, Como, Rain, North Vermilion. You know, barring injuries and barring getting cocky.
Yeah.
But you got to clean up some things, and that's what I think these next 3 games will be real big about. One, not overlooking your opponent, but two, cleaning up stuff. We've got work to do on our punt returns. We've got work to do on protecting Alex, reading the blitz. Now's a good time, a good learning session for 3 weeks.
And we do have a correction. It is 28-28. So, a very interesting score there in New Iberia as the Notre Dame Pioneers on the road they're playing. I believe that's a district game for them. That's going to do it for the post-game show here on News Talk 96.5 KPEL and streaming on 446 Sports.